Hey, welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So today we're going to be explaining WTF the Potion Reservoir is. Now this is a new update from the Invention Batch 2, and basically what the Potion Reservoir does is it makes it so that you can automatically drink potions whenever an aura is going to be going on to cooldown. So as you can see here, I have 2 minutes of Super Anti-Fire Potion active on me. If I were to get down to about 10 to 15 seconds left, it will automatically drink another dose of whatever I have in my potion reservoir. Now this is extremely useful with a couple of different potions, but we will get to that later. First off, let's talk about how you make them. Basically what you want to do is you want to grab a couple of potion flasks from your bank. I currently have a couple on hand. I didn't have any potion flasks in my bank before this. I have potion flasks in my bank after this. These are that good that I actually am using up a bank space for them. And if you haven't noticed recently, potion flasks have gone up in price a lot, and it's completely to do with the potion reservoir here. They peaked at about 9,000 GP. Right now they're going back down. I would imagine they're going to settle about 6,000 to 7,000, a little bit higher than they used to be, but still a pretty decent price for potion flasks. All you have to do is come to the Invention Guild here and basically select the potion reservoir. You need 1 potion flask, 5 simple parts, and 5 clear parts. And then all you do is you click the manufacture button and you will get kind of token invention experience, and you'll make a couple of potion flasks for yourself. One very useful thing though is they are stackable. That means that it helps with your inventory management a little bit. These intrinsically are going to be not inventory efficient, but at least you're only wasting 1 inventory space. So that being said, if you're doing extremely high level PVM and you're really caring about your inventory space, you for sure do not want to use these potion reservoirs. You're going to want to be basically just drinking potions manually. But if you are just wanting a little bit of convenience, you're doing AFK or anything like that, these are extremely useful. Unfortunately, I'm going to be wasting a couple of these just to show you a couple of mechanics about them, but it's just something I want to kind of note on to make sure everybody knows about these and is using them. So the first mechanic that I want to mention is you need to have a full potion. If you try to use a partial potion or something like that, it will bring up a message saying that you cannot store anything but a full potion in the reservoir. Another thing is if you actually add a 4-dose potion, let's go ahead and add the 4-dose potion to the reservoir here. You can check the doses and it only gives you 4 doses. And if we try to add another aggression potion to that, let's go ahead and take out another aggression potion out of my bank. You cannot actually add any additional potions to it. That being said, you are going to want to be adding flasks to this then. You're not going to want to be putting in just 4 doses at a time. You can get up to 6 in the potion reservoir. Basically, anything that has a timer can go into it. All you do is you switch it on, and as you can see, the aggression potion is now active. And whenever this gets down to 10 to 15 seconds, it will re-up your aggression potion. So this is extremely, extremely useful. That means all you have to do is click once every 6 minutes, or 36 minutes. It will automatically drink the potion every 6 minutes for you. Obviously, that's only going to be so useful with aggression potions because you are going to want to be doing some manual abilities. I know with Revolution++, you don't really have to be using all the threshold abilities with aggression potions anymore, but you still want to be using manual abilities at least sometimes. So let's go ahead and destroy this and show you a couple other things that you can add to it. The best thing that I actually can think of is the Super Anti-Fire Flask. The reason why I think that that's so useful is because when you're killing dragons, if you DC for like 10 or 15 seconds or your internet connection just is a little bit patchy, and you happen to be DCing right at the last 10 to 15 seconds of your Super Anti-Fire potion, you will be taking a lot of damage every single time they hit you with a fire attack. With the King Black Dragon, I know that I was actually having some problems because I was trying to do it on a bad internet connection, and actually died 2 or 3 times just because I had a bad internet connection while trying to kill the boss. And my super anti-fire potion just ran out during a certain time. So what you're going to want to be doing is just adding this to the potion reservoir, and then you don't have to worry about it for 36 minutes. You will continuously have anti-fire potion active. It seems like it's a little bit bugged right now, so anytime you go to a bank, make sure that you are actually kind of keeping track and make sure it actually activates again, because I had once that I actually died because I thought that the potion reservoir was going to be drinking another dose of the super anti-fire potion, but I left an instance of the King Black Dragon and banked, came back assuming that the potion reservoir was going to be still active, and for some reason it decided to not be active anymore. So kind of keep that in mind, that you are going to want to check anytime that you bank or leave an instance. I'm not sure what caused it, but if you do, or if you're not constantly in combat, just make sure you're checking to make sure that the potion reservoir is still working as desired. Another two potions that are going to be pretty useful is going to be prayer renewals and any kind of overload. Again, it's just minor convenience. This isn't like revolutionary or anything. You're not going to be not killing a boss if you don't have these. They actually take up an extra inventory space. I'll show you a decent inventory setup in a couple seconds here. But basically you end up wasting an inventory space for the convenience of not having to drink a dose every single 6 minutes whenever all of these potions go off of cooldown or go back onto cooldown. So let's go ahead and kind of set up our inventory the way that I would usually have it set up. If you're doing an hour-long trip, you are going to need 2 doses of the potion reservoir. So the first one I'm going to be making in my bank, so I will have 1 potion reservoir already active, and unfortunately you can only have 1 active at a time, otherwise you wouldn't have to be wasting inventory spaces. And the way that you set up your inventory is you're going to want to have, let's say, an hour-long trip. You bring 1 extra potion reservoir, and you bring 1 extra flask of whatever your desired potion is. And then you fill up the rest of your inventory space with whatever it is that you want. Let's just say food that you want in the inventory. So when this potion reservoir actually basically degrades, they degrade to dust, by the way, all you do is you would activate this potion reservoir and then use the super anti-fire potion on that reservoir. If you are doing anything longer than an hour-long trip, basically you just want to add additional potion reservoirs to your inventory, as well as additional, let's go ahead and get my potion flask out right here, potion reservoir. Basically you just want to add additional potion reservoirs and additional potions to your inventory. So let's go ahead and show you, let's say a 5-hour long setup. Basically you would need the 9 potion reservoirs, then you would also need an additional 9 super anti-fire potions, and then a couple of food or whatever else it is that you have in your inventory. So every single time one of these potion reservoirs would wear out, all you would do is activate an additional potion reservoir and use a super anti-fire flask on it. And every single time you do that, you do free up 1 inventory space, so it's pretty nice. You don't waste any inventory spaces with this. Obviously, because you have the potion reservoir inactives in your inventory, you are wasting 1 inventory space, but it's not too bad for the convenience, and if it saves you from dying, it's for sure worth it. That being said, you are going to have to be making these potion reservoirs, so it is going to cost you an additional 9,000 per 36 minutes. So you're probably spending an extra 20,000 per hour, and at most things, it's definitely worth it to not die accidentally because you forget to drink potion, and to spend 20,000 an hour. Basically, if you die, it's usually about 400 to 500k. If you die once every 25 hours, it's actually more efficient to use a potion reservoir and just don't die instead. So all in all, this is actually a money saver if you are being a little bit AFK with anything. If you guys all enjoy this video, I would love it if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. As always though, have a good one.